Hi everyone, back with more Star Rail. Gonna do single story quest today, so just to get more jade. So I played like an absolute fuck ton of the MOC. I'm surprised how far I was able to get, and at the same time, not surprised. I didn't manage to finish it. I got up to like, yeah, that's my progress. This one was almost the most surprising. Yeah, that's some more jade to get for adventuring. Which is honestly not a lot. Anyway, let me just run this one more time to get more mats for ratio.
Time for a buzz. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. You bully! Time for a buzz. Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time for a buzz. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next? Watch this awesome move! Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Who's next? Time for a buzz. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time for a buzz. You can't run! Phew! Watch this awesome move! This is double speed. Who's next? Time for a buzz. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time for a buzz. Try that again. Time for a buzz. This is double speed. You bully and run! Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Who's next? Watch this awesome move! Here! Time for a buzz. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Try that again. This is double speed.
this one. Oh, so once I max this out, I'm gonna get like, what, another 5 wishes. That'll be nice. Actually, I want to check something. 6 on. Yo. Ratio, where are you? Absolute. Then quad. Alright. Um. So, wrong. Jingliu's mission is in the parlor car, so I'll go there. I can also see who's in here for to talk to. Okay, Asta Nisha. Cool.
Oh, the music here is different from what we have on Penacony, but it's still cool.
Watch. You want to listen to something you're familiar with?
Oh, no. I actually enjoy discovering new things. This music must be from a different world. I feel the blowing snow, the coldness. It feels ancient.
Indeed, Belobog is a world of ice and snow.
Huh. There seems to be a hint of warmth in this one, despite the cold. Aww. If only I could journey to those worlds with everyone and see them for real.
I'm also looking forward to hearing the music of Penacony.
If you ever want any recommendations, hey, just let me know.
No, Jade!
Oh, this must be ancient. Is the express crew still using it?
It's aged well. Yeah, why?
Oh, nothing. It's just you don't see things like this every day. Phonographs. They use vinyl records, right? There's only a handful of folks on the space station who collect those things. I think they're more popular with the older crowd. I bet Gun would know how to use them. Still, if I remember correctly, Gun only listens to audio tapes.
How do you listen to music?
Same as you guys, on terminals. Huh. What with them being so big and heavy, I used to wonder why anyone would ever buy a phonograph. Think I'm starting to get it now. It's hard to find the music you want on the streaming platforms managed by the IPC. Well, I, for one, had to subscribe to at least a dozen of them. It's not like they're expensive or anything. It's just a hassle to switch between them to find the song you like. With a phonograph, it's essentially just plug and play. Oh, it also scratches the itch to collect things, I guess.
Alright, so let's look at this message. The letter quietly lies on the table in the passenger car. Judging from its texture and style, it's from the Xianzuo. On the paper, the names of the sender and recipient are all omitted, only a faint trace of dim ink vaguely visible. Open it. You unfold the letter and the ink immediately becomes visible. It's as if an invisible hand holds the pen like a sword, making swift, decisive strokes. After a moment, the content regains its original something. I have learned of a letter of unknown origin. I have learned of your return to your home, how you upended the ancient seas and saved the world from danger. I am sure this has recovered your forgotten memories. In accordance with our old vow, we should once again roam our lands of past, drink in celebration, and recount our great adventures.
Upend the ancient sea and return to old ground. It's a letter for Dan Heng, but who is it from? I should ask the conductor.
Original appearance. Alright, that was the wood. Alright. There we go. Holy shit, I just deleted everyone.
Heave ho! Heave ho! Huh? Trailblazer, do you need help with something?
There's a letter on the table. Who sent it?
Pom-Pom's been cleaning up this whole time and didn't see any letters.
This is creepy. Did someone sneak onto the express?
What? Ah, don't scare Pom-Pom like that! Why are there always strange things sneaking onto our train? Pom-Pom is going to upgrade the security level around here. What does the letter say?
Hand the letter over to Pom-Pom.
It looks like an invitation. Who could have sent it? Does Dan Hong have any friends on the Law Fu? If Pom-Pom remembers correctly, he said he was exiled from there, right?
France. Jingliu?
Unlikely. If the general sent the letter, he would have signed it.
Why don't you show Dan Hong the letter? You know where to find him.
Yep, it's in the archive.
What is it? Do you need something?
There's a letter for you. Someone's inviting you to return to old ground.
There's no signature, and it doesn't mention a time or place. Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them.
Why so serious?
Huh? Oh, I'm just thinking. Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Dan Feng's past should be handled with care.
Five people, three must. The appearance of this letter makes you feel uneasy. You evoke the cloud him, and a drop of water condenses from the air and soaks into the letter. A handwriting disappears and another line of writing blurs due to the water stain. Of five people, three must pay a price.
Just as I thought. There was more than met the eye. Letting her leave first was a wise choice. I can't put her in danger again because of this. But if he didn't send the letter, then who did? Maybe I should make a trip to the seat of divine foresight. I need to ask Jingliu about the Stellaron hunters.
Team must include Jingliu. she's a TV. And so I'll adjust this TV. Oh, I'm dumb.
After all this time away from the Luofu, the seat of divine foresight has only become more hostile. It's quite reassuring. Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just reminiscing about the old days.
After Yanting's story quest.
However, I never thought Jingliu would send you to accompany me. It would seem our fates are intertwined.
Huh?
I've got my work cut out for me today. Well, if it isn't Don Hung.
Greetings. I need to speak to the general about something.
Greetings. I need to speak to the general about something.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility. They can deduct my next 100-year salary if they like.
That won't be necessary. I'm here about something else.
The Cloud Knights were doing their duty. I'm here to ask the general about the Stellaron hunters.
You came at a bad time. The general is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Don Hung, do you recognize the person on the steps?
No.
No. If the general isn't available, I'll come back another day.
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth. That is Jingliu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou Luofu. She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lune, your previous incarnation. She was also the general's master. According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wingweaver, the father wolf of the Borazon, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her. She's a renowned legend. However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jingliu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu with a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant and said she wanted to turn herself in. Her surrender came with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jingyuan actually agreed. Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jingliu during her last day on the Luofu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
Jingliu suddenly stops talking. I hear you perceive a chill settling in the air around you.
Imbibitor Lune, you're here. Since you traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me? Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime? Don Hung.
Creepy. Maybe I should have put in a Dan Ho. Oh well.
When I left the Xianzhou,
For the
I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the shackling prison. I thought Imbibitor Lunae had been wiped from this world. But then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years, it was a magnificent sight to behold.
do I know you?
Do we know each other?
The answer to that is both yes and no. However, your cold and indifferent tone is identical to the person I knew back then. If my guess is correct, the Preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end, and hoped for the Imbibitor Lunae's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the molting rebirth and turned you into what you are now.
Tell me why you're here.
You're not here to reminisce on old times. Tell me why you're here.
You didn't hear? That Vidyadhara girl explained it clear as day. I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins. I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and see old friends, and to fulfill promises I made long ago. Jingliu has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
That's right.
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
For security purposes? I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Luofu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Luofu did not possess what I was looking for. It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
Merely a wanderer. You're too modest, Lotcha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight
What
for
the
nothing,
Auto
General.
Apocalypse?
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the Ten Lords Commission and the Seven Arbiter Generals. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Law Fu you ever lay eyes on.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Juming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the General. The five of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways. You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jingliu.
Meanwhile, Seed of Divine Foresight.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request. Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer, regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life. Accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
If it's star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Young man, have you ever heard of Bai Hung, the Foxian pilot?
Bai Hung. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
I pilot. Simple flight holds no memory for you. In your previous life of nobility, you spared the task of taking the helm. As an unnamed traveler in this life, you have not yet come into contact with the star skiff. Baiheng should be Bailu's predecessor, right? Yet there's a voice inexplicably echoing in your ears, becoming agitated in the midst of the howling wind.
The star skiff won't hold much longer. Hi, Elder. Catch us before it falls apart.
Imbibitor Lunae, if memories are returning to you, share them.
I only remember fragments.
I think she was one of Imbibitor Lunae's comrades.
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibitor Lunae and all of us. Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
I see. Follow me. I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. But getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard. Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
No need to worry about the two of us.
Time for a buzz. Time for a buzz.
Later, Moonlight.
Watch this awesome move. This is double speed.
Alright, which way? Not this way.
The moon shines on the truth.
Time for a buzz.
And I keep comparing missions with at least that they would like give me a preset team. Also be fun when it's canon. Don't suppose, yep, nothing. Wait, hang on. Oh, lol.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here. Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after. remember now. I've seen Bai Hung's name in books before.
You like to read? I couldn't tell.
Hey, I don't read much, but the general forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Star Skiff. The author's name was Bai Hung.
That's right. Bai Hung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems. I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines. Very few star skiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Star Skiff Killer. She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events, inauspicious ones at least. Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would sure enough come true. Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions. However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide. Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope that this ship, built for the Star Skiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
Before long, the Starskiff assembly line started to operate.
Ha! That'll do it. The Starskiff assembly line has been activated. The Starskiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long.
Thank you, young man.
See, the Starskiff is complete.
After being away from the Luofu for so long, I can finally say farewell to you.
So, what happened to Bai Hung in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. We are here today to commemorate her. Imbibiter Lunae, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
Shoo. I can't remember any of it.
I can't remember anything.
Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Bai Hung, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter. She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She was not able to walk out of that fight. We all shoulder a debt that we will never be able to repay. For the Cloud Knights, giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in Imbibiter Lunae. You couldn't accept that Bai Hung was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You made a is no need to respond, Imbibiter Lune. Your answer is no longer important. And now, I will send off this star skiff. Baiheng, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky.
No, sorry, Baiheng is not Ivan's predecessors. Just similar. I think it was like the little first time done.
Let's go. The Artisanship Commission is next. Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations. Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Xianzhou's incompetence.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
So,
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan on fighting.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Could it be that the abominations here aren't enough to motivate you? The moon shines on the truth. Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
Woman, move. It's like...
Like you never forgot.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Come on already. What took you so long this time?
Don't get anxious, Imbibitor Lunae. We have all the time in the world.
She is such a unique way of speaking.
The moon shines on the truth. The spear still recognizes you as its master. Imbibitor Lunae, do you know who crafted it for you?
It's my blade.
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
What's in your prescription? Watch this awesome move! Time for a buzz. This is double speed. You can't run!
In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight. You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Dan Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything. But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibitor Lunae's. Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember? Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
Try hard to remember. Even if that person flutters at the edges of your thoughts like a leaf in the wind, by it remains elusive and unclear.
I'd rather leave this world in a blaze than live until the end of time. I will let all of the Xianzhou know that a brief moment of my life is worth more than their long and meaningless lives.
Yingxing.
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training. When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder. At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature. But when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the master craftsmen. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master. Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission. He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
Assim, focus. I'm gonna laugh at you.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
The hidden by
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
Still alive?
Yingxing is still alive?
Of course he's still alive. But he might be better off dead. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid in Bibiter Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion. His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
A second chance.
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
Meanwhile, the dragon is rainfall still visual escape.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the Abundance. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the Abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest. So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingyuan.
Right?
The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation. Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge Waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Oh, right.
Dunhung, what a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
It's really also to present the story quest then. I'm not here for a checkup. She's here for a consultation.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. But who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucence worms so I can take a closer look.
Bailu's taking someone's pulse.
Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Dunhung, can I speak to you for a minute? Your friend here has a very peculiar condition. Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that
She won't live much longer.
She won't live much longer.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis. Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core esse and her veins. I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
Declining Respectful.
Today's her last day on the Luofu.
What a shame. If she could stay for a few days, I might be able to figure out how to cure her. I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on. Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. It won't cure her, but I'll...
Drinks.
Where did my big medicine box go? I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here. Tanheng, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
Yancey in the background. Why have I got myself
No. No trouble at all.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
I can. Alright. That was 3 days, right?
I can smell the herbs. It's around here somewhere. Hey! Give me back my medicine box! That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away! There's an even bigger monster protecting this one! When did so many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission?
Careful.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady. Stand back. The chill of my sword freezes everything in its path.
Did I do this one already? Shit. I did this already. I love this one so much then.
In lunar flame.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Blade of moonlight.
So this is why your hands are so cold. This cold isn't something normal flesh could withstand.
In lunar flame.
Here! Watch this awesome move!
Blade of moonlight.
Try that again!
In lunar flame.
Alright, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Let's head back. Never make a patient wait too long. Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well. The fate of a long-life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Luofu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium, or frightening physical mutations. You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit. And yet, I still have many unfulfilled wishes, and plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence. All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void. Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment, and the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression. He also carries a crude sword with him at all times. Have you seen someone like that, Dragon Lady?
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description. He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood. Though, from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend. Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Yanqing.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years. If I remember correctly, the five of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more. Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. Imbibiter Lunae, the chief culprit,
chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen. Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination. As for Jingliu, the sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Ying Sing's regrets. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away. High Cloud Quintet, it is time to say goodbye.
What's our minis? Really late. That's it. Alright, we're done. Oh, I'm done now. Right.
A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion. Jingyuan, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuchi. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-like reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Jingyuan, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others. But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path. No matter, I will deviate if you insist. But this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Wait. Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death.
Yo, what? Yo, what cutscene?
We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Xianzhou lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
A familiar feeling.
Dang, I forgot how pretty Jingliu was.
Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored. It's as if they're saying, Why? Why did you and Imbibitor Lunae commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer. Which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why? In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away. Like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
Damn, this close on getting damaged. Man, Gatsing's still here as well.
Imbibitor Lunae, what do you plan on doing next?
I'm going to return to the Express.
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibiter Lune.
Everyone.
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another.
Should I be responsible for Donald's actions?
Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth.
I have to go.
Yes. It has been a long day for you, Dan Heng.
Dan Heng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today.
He's just trying to protect you.
I understand. These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did?
I have to go.
Goodbye for now, Dan Heng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
If you wish, I will see it through.
I will see it through.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now. I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
This was actually pretty short companion mission. Is everything okay, Dan Heng? Stella and I heard you received an anonymous letter, and we were worried, so we came to check on you, but you went in the archives. Did a poker face Taron Hunter Blade give you any trouble again? Okay, I went to meet some old friends. Don't worry, I just stepped away for a bit to catch up with some old friends. Phew, that's a relief then. By the way, don't forget to head back to the Express early. Kimiko said she made coffee for us. Yup, they die again. Bent but unbroken. Okay, so should be under music share, right? Bent but unbroken. I accidentally check it off? Yep, I did. Damn. Okay, how about the other tracker? Oh, this is why I use 2 trackers. Okay, so the most select one is under Moment of Joy. And it's called Tea is Thicker Than Water. Oh, sorry. It's 186. Damn. But that's consecutive, not total, so that means I missed a D somewhere. Alright. Tea is thicker than water. I don't see it. Sure. Yes, drinking water delights daily consecutive days. And music. That'll be painful. Alright, I'm gonna buy more as well. And we'll try and do it one at a time. If you
Wanna
like to
go
just,
take some
just
pictures?
wait till tomorrow, so we set
Welcome to the
it.
sleep.
One at a time.
What type of tea can I?
Okay, let's go fight the monster and use it up.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
You couldn't have done it without me.
There you go. Small soda.
Time for a buzz.
Who's next? A sharp scythe needs targets.
Alright, so we still have a bit of time. I'm gonna run around and do achievements. Top left of Central Stars. Top left.
Let's take it in turns. You rest. I'll stand guard.
Don't say the Starscape haven't been the same as always, but the Starscapes can't be pretty bustling scene. Before you is a public transport Starscape. People catch this kind of transport to sail between different dells for a relatively low price. It was just another day at the Starscape 8 until a silvery flash shoots over your shoulders, landing on the tail of the Starscape plus with a crisp bang. Darn it, how did I miss that shot? Excuse me, can you step aside? You're blocking my aim. What are you doing? Right, I'm making a prey. See that circle behind the Starscape? That thing is its engine, a jade wheel. Just toss a coin to a jade wheel and the upcoming journey will smoothly. Check it out. Go flings another coin, tracing an arc from here as it hits the rim of the jade wheel and comes down in the middle of the sky box. Keep watching. Ah, good grief, how did I miss again? I'm going to be late for the ever hunt means. All my friends are waiting for me for the life release ceremony. So you toss in a coin before you go anywhere? Yeah, yes, for sure. Starscripts rely on the blessing of the gods to sail smoothly. It's way too easy for accidents to happen, unless I pay proper homage to the gods' rituals. And I've only got 3 coins left on me. These are special coins minted by my friends to pay homage to the gods. Because they're limited edition. Once they're gone, they're really gone. Stop that. It's dangerous. It's dangerous if I don't throw it. Starscales have been able to soar through the skies thanks to the blessing of the angels. I can't bother explaining to you. Just get out of my way. I'll do what to try. Rush forward and grab both her hands to prevent her from tossing the coin. She cries out and makes a scene, attracting the attention of officers from the groundkeeping division. As the officers begin interrogations, each of you argues your position. As a crowd of onlookers grows and grows, the officers forced to take both of you down to the chancery. Lol. This wretched click of coin seedlets. Who knows where they got their superstitious ideas from? They insist on throwing stuff in jade wheels. Isn't it utterly dangerous? If a coin somehow got stuck in the engine and spit out, its velocity would be faster than a sparrow bullet. Modern weapons are fast carry, of course, but its impact is still enough to shoot through flesh and bone. Thankfully, you stopped them. No wonder you had steam gas of the Cienzo. But officer just then didn't understand the situation. He shouldn't have brought you here. I'm sorry about that. Hold on to this. I consider it thanks for doing the strike. Crime set by. Achievement. Crime set by. How much cheat does that? Yeah, it's 60 pig. Each. I'll do one gold quest as well. Alright, this. According to the Gloomy Ford's introduction, Graceful Ford is currently in Starscape Haven, going recover its sensible jade weapons. The Borderland Board had a career guarding the frontier, so the Graceful Force won't just run to take action, right? I don't think anyone can really understand this kind of thing.
Let's take it in turns. You rest. I'll stand guard.
I know why you're here, Croak. Before we address that, please answer my question. What about writing poetry is of the most importance? The most important thing about poetry, surely it is depression. It is about emotion and meaning. That's right, I can see that you have a deep understanding of poetry, Croak. But the most important thing about writing poetry is capturing those simple human emotions which resonate with everyone. Of all the simple human emotions, the pain of separation and the longing for eventual return is the most universal across all peoples. But alas, Croak, I've been waiting all day here on this jetty, but haven't managed to grow up the requisite emotions to cause my poem of departure. What do you mean by poem of departure? It is hard to meet and hard to say goodbye. That describes human emotion and parting from others is called a poem of departure. I curse the convenience of modern-day transport and communications about the world. People depart and don't have to worry about when they will return. There's no earnest pleading, no heartfelt emotion. Croak. The thought of how easy and satisfied goodbyes have become makes me want to stomp my feet in rage, even though I can't actually reach the ground. And you just don't have the mindset that can see goodbyes. When you put it like that, can you? Croak. It's hopeless just waiting here. Please help me find what I'm looking for. There has to be an emotional parting scene nearby. You know the tropes, the Voyager saying farewell to his family, the star-crossed lovers bidding goodbye, parting friends, that kind of thing. If you see anything, please help me snap a photo. I want to bid you farewell right now to give you an emotional departure. No, I don't have any emotions for you, Croak. There's not enough materials for a poem, Croak. Don't worry, I just need to see that human emotional parting and a poem right itself. Then I can give you my Inspo J abacus and be done with your mission. Wow. Oh god, they're all so far. Sands will look uncommon. Were you taking a photo just now? Show me the photo now, hurry up. I was taking pictures of the scenery, not you. Don't think I didn't see you. I knew you'd take a picture with me and show it to me now. Please go ahead. After scrutinizing the photo, the unknown lady returns your phone to you with relief. The photo looks very nice. If you're good at editing photos, please help me make my face smaller. Thanks. Oh, by the way, what are you taking pictures of? I'm taking pictures of emotional parting scenes. It's a shame that I'm not leaving. I just came here from the Xianzuo Yaoqing. You've taken my photo there. I've got to go. Remember to edit my photo before sending it to me. I don't even know your contact details, lady. Oh, I really want to take you with me. Why did you leave me behind? My family all said that I'm not a go-getter and I'm not career-focused. Well, now you're trying to focus on your career. Nice excuse. Why haven't you tried to focus on your career sooner? Who was it who once whispered something cringy, romantic lines into my ears like, Chonghua, I'll love you forever until the tomorrow comes. Why are you bringing that up? We were young back then. We've been together for nearly 200 years now, but I still can't afford to buy a house and more food. I can't just let you live in a cramped rental apartment with me for the rest of our lives, can I? Don't go, I can help repay the mortgage. Cool. Hard.
I'm planning on quitting my job at this time.
Okay. 62 years old, Dad. I'm 62 years old, Dad. I've been aboard the Xianzuo Zuni 3 times. Be careful out there. Dad, go home. I'm going to buy some oranges. You stay put and don't go anywhere. No. Did it communicate. Parting Voyager. Come back here. Mom, I won't change my mind. I already got my tickets to the Xianzuo Yaoqing. I have to join up with the Verdant Knights and make a contribution. Just like the general of the Yaoqing. You left your ticket at home. Tisk, I was planning on sneaking out so you wouldn't be sad about it, but you noticed it right away. I won't stop you. I just want to remind you to check the time on the ticket. What? The ticket is for tomorrow. Come home. Now. Alone. Wait. Oh, it didn't. Alright. Oh wow, back there. I heard that you are an enthusiast for distance so long, sir. Are you satisfied with this trip? A short life species to visit a celestial hall during my days is more than enough to see. That's too kind, sir. It's just like any human around here. Let us say our goodbyes then, for if you're there, we shall head in. When the time comes, I'll return to the dust, and I'll task you with a travel quest. Please bring my ashes back to the Xianzuo and spread far and wonder wherever you may go. Sir, that's an extremely romantic idea you have there, but I'm just worried that the law for public security management regulations will not agree. Take me to my place of resting. Carefree travel is interesting. Ooh, haha. Oh. Did I say anything though?
Did you put up the ads this time?
How did it go? Capture any emotional parting scenes. This is the most emotional parting scene I captured. How do hot lovers? In life, there are more partings and gatherings. Lubricant is dripping down my bionic eyes as I don't have a tear gland. I must write a poem dedicated to this breathtaking scenery. Yay or nay? Nay, don't waste your time. Nay, this isn't what we agreed on. keep protesting won't hand over my Inspo Jade Abacus. But I want the Inspo Jade Abacus. Great, what kind of parting should this one talk about? The parting of a couple in love, uncontrollable urge, future full of twists and turns, lovers who know each other about the pathways, promises made but heartless. As both of them know in their hearts that maybe is far away. Paired lanterns hang in the buildings, but the corridors are completely in firelight brightness. A couple's reunion is often brief. As they clasp their hands in imminent sorrow, paired lanterns hang in the buildings. Yeah, that's it. I regret this poem. Want to Inspo Jade Abacus to commemorate the experience of the day of baby. There was only one poor Jingliu left. Emergency, emergency. Some sort of poetic genius in Jingliu might build in the spare time bookshop. Don't let it escape. It looks like a silly goldfish. You know when you see it. I should get extra for this. You need to give me some overtime pay. What's the matter? What kind of monsters have you made? Just asking her for a few lines of poetry is like a matter of life and death. Okay, time is money, so overtime pay you want, right? Fine, we got it. Come to think of it, this one's quite impressive. I went straight to the bookstore to collect data. By the way, the person who reported this said when he saw it, it was swaying his head while commenting on drifting clouds. What coincidence, I had that Miss Jia Jingcai's access with you, the author of Drifting Clouds. The guy has a lot of influence in the literary world. If I can surpass his writings, I'll definitely win Jingcai's heart. This might be a foolhardy dream. Achieve the level of great poet overnight is a monumental task. Don't belittle myself. My ingenious help, I'll definitely surpass it. By the way, when you get there, can you help me buy a copy of Drifting Clouds? I want to study it more. I used to think that the works written by my romantic rival was full of campy, lovely double nonsense, so I was annoyed I don't want to read them. But as the saying goes, no time enemies, and time enemies are few and far between. So from this thing, I'm throwing caution to the wind. By yourself. I was just want to send those for me, and why don't you place an order yourself? Well, since you're already doing so many things for me right up, don't you just go this extra mile while you're at it? I want to say no. I want to say no. Yes, that passes the departure and seems the promise with hormones were by illusions. If fate allows, she'll be again.
You read the. Let's take it in turns. You rest. I'll stand guard.
Still, look, it's right there. Surely it's the wily Kong sent you to crack the whip. The task at hand, a tedious slog might be sweetheart to be quit. How about you hand over your Inspo Jade Abacus and we go on separate pace? Hey, learn some manners when you got downtime. You think I'm happy speaking in that rhyme all the time? It's so inefficient. As an ingenium, I have no choice. If my master wants me to study poetry, I must read of them in spades. Poetry relies on a special rhythm of language. The permutations that conform to the rhythm can be considered a poem. Master Kong has created me to master the standard of poetry. As long as your rhythms and counterpoints meet my standard, I'll hand over my Inspo Jade Abacus. Otherwise, stop disturbing my poetry study. How can you test me when you are not competent yourself? No more small talk, show your true talent, take it or leave it, don't disturb my study. Let's begin. Oh shit, it's flighty. Let's all test your rhythm. Words often use words with the same rhyme regularly in a verse to create an artistic echo-like effect. Listen carefully, the first line is picking chrysanthemums and drinking wines at sunset. I have a good feeling that it's hard to forget. I'll let you pass. The sky matches with the earth, the rain matches with the wind. The great land matches with the vast sky, the flower matches with the mountain. The red sun matches with the blue sky. The point is about contrasting or combining two terms, phrases, or clauses with operative meanings. This is not easy. Listen carefully, my line is speech is silver. Silence is golden. That must be a lucky guess, still I approve of it. Great, I'll give you the Inspo Jade Abacus and this Drifting Clouds. I'm not a fan of the Drifting Clouds as the verses do not follow a certain pattern. Still, I must say this is a good poem that stirs my heart. Let's go and find Master Kong. Yay! 523 untitled poems. Wow. Walk and score, which it stands the jazz, yet I intend to write their roots long books. The was splendid serving my equity, my command, what Paul has truly shown. Okay, we got new chief. That we share what's so I have been a drinksmith and now I'm a wordsmith. So 1.2 achievement, I still have 1.0. Damn, I still have 1.0 achievement. A few of them. Can't tell them. They're just so far away. So we've collected all the pencil Jade Abakai. Thanks for your hard work. To me. Mushroom, I'll integrate the talismans in these pencil Jade Abakai into your brain so that you can write the most beautiful love. I have reservations about this. It should be done now. Mushroom, try writing something. Give me some keywords. Kong loves Jingzai. How about that? That isn't helpful at all. Isn't Jingzai a fan of drifting clouds? Do you want to love one like that? Oh, you're right. Like, take a look at the drifting clouds. When your graceful figure blends in with the pure dance of stars, nature becomes peaceful and orderly. Mushroom, I want something like that. Let me try. The algorithm is being generated. I'll offer you whatever insight my reflections may hold, whatever creativity and frankness my life. I offer you the spark of emotions in the Vidyahara could never have. I offer you all the love like a mustard I have received somehow. Still, would you have one sentence for me? The love that has been untouched by joy by the love that is untouched by joy by adversities. You're very talented. Even if you were here, this world would still be written this way. Still, I'll pluck up the courage and confess it inside. Please come to witness it. Can I not witness this train wreck? Please.
Like willow leaves moving at a speed of knots, super duper love you lots?
Stop. The reason that choke my heart. How can I help you today? Writing poetry is so easy, but does she like it? What am I missing? Okay. Okay. Oh, fucking Seal of Divine, not Seal of Divine, it's a Divination Commission. Hi, Fushan. Why are you here again? I already told you. No, I'm no longer the Kong you know. I've written the most beautiful poem for you. Please listen to me and I was once in love with a poet, but that doesn't mean I like every poet I meet. Do you understand? I don't understand. Fine, just read it. I'll offer you whatever insight my reflections may hold, whatever creativity and frankness my life. I offer you the spark of emotions that the Vidyahara could never have. I offer you all the love like mustard that I saved somehow. The love that is untouched by joy by adversity. This is much better than the blog wrote before, but I still can't feel your affection. You didn't write this, did you? I made some poet ingenieur. The poems they write are considered mine. And you know what? You can have as many poems like this as you want. If you like it, I can write one for you. Thank you, but I'm sorry I can't accept it. Please go. Dummy, yes. This is bad. I should go check on Kong. Must be Kong's friend. Let's catch up with Kong first. Yeah, he was going to run after him. Or is he going to jump over the water go suicide? Dummy, yes. Sniffle, I failed again. Mushroom, do you have a better poem? Being a poet won't win the heart of this inside. Please face the music. Even if you have the best poems in the world, they won't help you. None of what we've done so far has any distinct side. Master, you've adopted the most expensive but least efficient solution. Writing love poems for the issue of winning the heart of its side. Love poems cannot replace care and communications. Have you made the effort to understand Jingzai? I thought she would fall in love with me as long as I could write the best poem in the world. I'm just jealous of the poet who she dated before. Yet jealousy is a useless emotion. I don't feel like giving up yet. Can you help me again? Oh, Mushroom's not in the position to teach you things like this. Stella and I will help you find out Insai's preferences. You should prepare a gift that she likes and a open speech. In hope she arises you another love confession. How do you know so much about this? While I was wandering outside, I downloaded books about romantic relationships such as The Key to a Good Life Species Relationship. Yet I don't have the need for love. Oh, this is depressing. Still, let's get in touch with Jingsai's colleagues and friends. Perhaps we can gain some useful info for my master. Holy shit, this is a longer quest than I thought it was. So, ask Jingsai herself. That's fun. Oh, it's a little girl that kept trying to force against what's the word? Unpaid labor. Is you Stella says something to me? I'd like to ask you about Jingsai. Jingsai, our managing diviner. As a colleague, I shouldn't comment about her in public. Jingsai has a great personality and excels at what she does. She is an amazing colleague. Have you heard about someone named? Oh, I see. I'm interested in her love life. I heard of him. I think he was a Vidyahara poet. Jingsai used to talk about him a lot. It is said that their love was not only in this life. Yu and Jingsai dated each other in their two previous lifetimes too. Everyone considers that a romantic love story. However, this isn't possible from the perspective of Vidyahara like us. Without consuming a special potion, there's no way we can remember our lovers from the past lifetimes. Otherwise, one needs to carry something like a token during their hatching rebirth. What does Jingsai like? She always complains about how she needs more clothes. Well, those will never think they have enough clothes even if they live to be 1,000 years old. What kind of person is Jingsai attracted to? Shouldn't you ask her directly? Forget it, I understand. I'm sure many are interested in such a lovely lady like her. Still, most students end up being disappointed. Well, you will be no exception. I didn't say I was interested in Jingsai. Well, here's my advice for you. It's better not to date a long-life species, especially the Sanzhou natives, as you will likely get hurt. She might have a youthful look, but her soul has aged. Her heart will not flutter for anyone again. I ask you about Jingsai, blah blah blah. Why? If the rumor is right, Jingsai has gone through too many memorable relationships. To put it bluntly, she can't feel the excitement of being in a relationship anymore now. She might never. Okay. Looking for me? I'm Kong's friend. Can we talk? I see. How can I help you, Kong's friend? You still love you? Oh my, you're just like Kong. You always ask me questions that make me uncomfortable from the get-go. However, I don't mind answering this once if it means you give up. I don't love you anymore. That doesn't mean I will accept Kong. When you ask Kong to throw in the Unity Lock, that was the lock he held in his hand in the underhand for hatching Reaper. Yet the lock means nothing to me now. Are you so sure about that? He stopped bothering me. You also have a lock like that, don't you? He stopped bothering me. Do you have anything you like? Any clothes and jewelry? Still, I won't accept them if they are from Kong. But you find Kong attractive. Kong's a great guy. Unlike his previous lifetime, he's very talented in manufacturing and engineering. I just won't fall in love with anybody anymore. This isn't Kong's fault. I tell Kong doing that when we get back. Kind of avoid specific thing here. I'm busy, but you tell me. I like to ask you what's inside. Although I'm a diviner, I don't gossip about others. The girl looked around. After making sure the coast was clear, she turned to you, her eyes filled with excitement. Tell me, what do you want to know? Have you heard about someone named Goyu? Oh, it's a poet that Jingsai dated before. I've heard of him. I heard that Jingsai has a sweet relationship with him, but she seems to be single now. Perhaps the poet has gone through hatching rebirth or fallen in love with another. No one is sure. No matter how happy a couple is, their relationship is bound to end up badly. Just like divination, woes the norm. That's why I insist on staying single. Since I have any hobbies, it's undoubtedly writing and reciting poems. Haha, Jingsai's hobbies are quite old-fashioned. Oh, you want to know about her other hobbies? Otherwise, she's the most serious about her profession. When she's free, she'll do divination and predict the future. Questions she asks are mostly about her relationship, and the results are not very accurate. I'm tempted at times to give her a plaque that reads Genius Diviner as a birthday gift. What kind of person is Jingsai attracted to? I've discussed this with my colleagues before. I think Jingsai is into people who are unpredictable and romantic. As for why, well, it's been ages since she dated someone. I think it's been a century. She was deeply in love with Wu Yu, the great poet. I heard that she still keeps the unity lock from him as she can't move on with the relationship. Is the lock similar to this? I think it's the same as this one. Just you can't expect any surprises from the things men give you. I guess are either tiny stones polished to unique shapes or small cheap crafts that can be bought anywhere. The guy even wanted to give me the right to name a star once. Oh please, once the Xianzhou sails off, I can't even see the star anymore. Lol. Embarrassing. Oh my god, he ran all the way back there.
Let's take it in turns. You rest. I'll stand guard.
Do you know how to fix a star skiff?
Oh yeah, what do you mean by that? I just want to know who Jingsai likes. I said it 3 times. It's you, but it's not. That's the result of my divination. I can't reveal too many details, but there's nothing wrong with this result. Kong, have you finished writing the poem? Oh, you're back. Have you gathered any info? Tell Kong all the information you gathered, including what Jingsai wanted you to convey. Thank you. I see Yu has already gone through the hatching rebirth. Still, I feel like I have missed out on something. Yu has undergone the hatching rebirth. Just like you, Yu is a Vidyahara. Loves Jingsai, has a unity lock, and has probably gone through the hatching rebirth. If my guess is right, in Kong's former life, he was Yu. You mean I was Yu in my former life? I'm the what I've been jealous of so far. So that's what it's you, but it's not you. You have evidence? Take a closer look at your unity lock. Kong and you examine the beautiful lock. A phrase that reads, I love Jingsai is engraved near the keyhole. The engraving was no longer clear due to the passage of hundreds of years. After checking it repeatedly, the two of you are even more certain of what the phrase meant. I didn't engrave the words. Was I really Yu in my former life? Jingsai and I are fated to be together. I'm bursting with confidence now. I have to confess to her again. Let's go. Jingsai turns me down again. I'll show her our love token. I'm sure she'll be surprised and curious about my identity. Let's make a gift for her. Come and help me think of what to buy. Go to Cloud Prep Sleeves and buy some beautiful clothes. I believe in your teeth. Let's go. Ah, fuck. I just hurry up and get this over and done with.
Let's take it in turns. You rest. I'll stand guard.
Oh, yes, so cheats.
Welcome to the Cloud Breath Sleeves. How may I help you?
So, you have come. Welcome. Look at your usual garb. Look underneath all that low-profile black and gold by its telltale shines of luxury. It is not Xianzhou clothes, and pity at that. Incidentally, our tailors have come up with new pieces from the ever-youth line. It is a custom line that we are about to launch. It hasn't been officially released to the public yet. Hold on while I get a colleague to bring it out for you to try on. Would you like to take a look at anything else in the meantime? I'd like to buy the latest arrivals in women clothing. Got it. I recommend that you buy the latest women crop jacket with a stand-up collar from the Nimbus Chronicles series. I'm sure you like it. I've asked her to meet me at Starskiff Haven. She seems to have something to tell me too. I must succeed this time. I have a bad feeling about this. Don't jinx it. I have a bad feeling about this too. Wow, that's pretty. Okay, where... Oh good, it's right there.
Tusk pear wrap, song lotus cake, guaranteed delicious.
Thought you would come alone, but it doesn't matter. Please forget about me, Kong. I've written up more and prepared a gift for you. Stella, give it to me. Ooh, I need to keep him different. Kong, you don't get it. You're a great person and I can feel your sincerity. However, I just can't fall in love with you and anyone anymore. This has nothing to do with you. I'm not just anyone. It's reincarnation. Look, you also have a key lock like this. You held this lock tightly in his hands before he underwent the hatching of the moonlight. He hoped to continue his relationship with you after the reincarnation. That's just his wishful thinking, which is why I want you to throw the lock away. You are not him and he isn't related to you. Use this just for your own happiness, not the shadow of someone else's joy. I'm not pursuing Ryu's happiness. Oh, I don't want to get your hopes up. You still have passion for love, but I don't. just be a parched man dying of thirst in the desert, being incapable of reciprocating your emotions. No matter how many times you confess in the future, I'll just keep rejecting you. I really hope it gives up on you. I understand, but for the Vidya Hara, the hatching will be emotionally memory. However, for some reason, after every reincarnation of you, you always find me or heads over heels for me. I thought it was romantic and fun at the beginning. It was a cloud night at some point, and a diviner working with me at some other point, and he was also once a poet who wrote poems for me. Kong is his first time meeting, and the feelings he has for me are new, but for me, this has been my fourth reunion with him. Short-life species couples easily make promises about eternal love, but once you live long enough, you will discover how life slowly deprives you of your feelings. I used to do wild things for love too, but now love does not leave a single ripple in my heart. I don't want to lie to Kong, so I hope you can keep up as early as possible. I want to hear more stories about you. Fine, but there's nothing much to tell. You're very faithful to your lover, but your love life is pretty complicated. Just like you short-life species, I experience breakups and reconciliations in my love life too. Everything has got to do with the previous incarnations of Kong. Every previous incarnation of Kong was jealous of the talent of his predecessor, while Kong is jealous of who was jealous of the cloud night before him. I think it's time to end this absurd love cycle. Is it because you're a life species? I can't say it applies to everyone. Just imagine a short-life species couple that has been together for 50 or 60 years. They might still love each other, but they won't be as enthusiastic as when they were young. Even if the relationship can last for a millennium, they will just be two people living together. Perhaps short-life species are best suited to enjoy the sweetness of love. Kong's case is special. Given how he manages to find me after every reincarnation, I find it interesting too. When it happened for the first time, I thought it was very romantic and we were meant to be together. The second time, I thought I would have no problem loving him for another 10 lifetimes. But now I'm sorry to say that I have no feelings for him at all. This is so weird.
Let's take it in turns. You rest. I'll stand guard.
God damn it. Oh, he did. He did. He did. Hi. Could you please scooch over a bit? Oh, I'm so sad. Are you a mushroom now? Yes, I'm a mushroom. Forget it, I'm no longer a mushroom. Please let me lie down to heal my heart. You're a sorrowful sigh at the end of the world. Oh, I'm just a tiny screw. I'm at a loss, helpless in ways to mend your broken heart. Thanks, Stel. Just leave me alone here. I'll feel better after some time. Will you keep trying to win her heart? I won't give up. After all, I'm calm. Here's your reward. When I get over it, I'll be my usual self again. That's a long-ass quest line. Alright, so I want to finish off this stream by doing the last 1.0 achievement using share, so let me see. Weapon next to a wall.
Let's take it in turns. You rest. I'll stand guard.
From inside the pilot house came the general's battle
There it is.
cry.
Let me listen to this one.
Huh? Go.
Alright.
Huh?
This is a Cloud Knight standard issue devastated blade. There's a cold glint on the spinal blade sometimes. You get the feeling that it cuts deep like butter. blade leans against the corner alone, like a monster, majestic warrior curled up in a dusty corner, begging for alms and pities. Who, when, and why was such a weapon abandoned? Pick it up and play around with it. I've seen enough clown knights brandishing the devastated leaves around, so we pulled the handle and swing it around. There's no swishing sound, just set of metal clanging onto the ground. My blade! A man appears behind you wearing a pained expression. Something in his expression betrays a sense of practice. My heirloom sword, how could you damage it like that? Pay me back! Oh, there it comes. Every time I go off wall, I feel like it's a waste of time and I can't find any street cheese and explains a little about the dark side of humanity. The man grows serious and angered by your different expression. Told you, realize how much effort goes into crafting one of these devastating days of the Cloud Knights. Then he's spotted industrial jargon such as propulsion weapon and monomolecular blade, feeding strongest shits like a media. How are you going to bring me back? Your blade, call it and see if it answers you. You rascal, this sword is engraved with my ancestors' name on it. Character Tran, you also should prove it that it needs to be without my family heirloom. That's right, I myself engraved the character Tran on it. Dumbstruck by your righteous statement, the man remained speechless for a moment. Don't get smart with me, Missy. It seems like I can teach you a little lesson here that you won't soon forget. You just stand there in silence and on. The man's face turns blue and then white as if sizing you up. Right, the stranger backs off and disappears into the streets. Oh shit, I didn't get the achievement. Where is that? Alright, result sector.
Let's take it in turns.
Install on
You
the
rest. I'll stand guard.
This man's voice seems very familiar to you. Have you heard it before? There you are, punk. Have we met before? Tried his best to recall as though he was a beggar scrapping out the last points from his empty wallet. Every action must be held accountable, yes, but I'm afraid I've lost count of the number of people from the scam. That's okay, I didn't get scammed anyway. What the hell, really? That's it?
Nothing better than clocking.
Shit, did I just miss out on 2 achievements?
Excuse me, what business would you like?
I've been scammed. Are you the victim? State your name, occupation, and amount of losses. Please recount to me your entire experience of being scammed in the street. You must be the victim. The guy used the old family treasure sword scam to trick out orders all the time. Victims are unfamiliar with central history and so are easily tricked. That was the amount lost. 5,000 credits. That much, not even a scam could spend that much. I'm saying that you should be more alert. You observe resistance scrutinize and surrounding scammers. Next time you encounter a situation like this, please don't give money a man. Try to seek help from a nearby round-keeping information officer. Wow, have your cake and eat it. I made 5,000 profit. Nice. I'll take it. Okay, that's still nowhere close. But forever to scrape together enough. Well, I have a bunch of stuff. So tomorrow I probably won't be doing, no, definitely not going to be doing Star Rail because Genshin drops. But I will try to hop back in and finish off a few more cycles before Venture disappears. When does it disappear? nice. 24 plus 13 is 37 minus 30. Okay, so I can get some of the movie tickets into him. That'd be nice. So, thanks for watching, everyone. See you all next time. Bye.